Yes, hello, welcome back to another video from Small Axe Music Productions. My name is Leighton. Alright, gonna be going into a show and tell tutorial. I am the reason why I have to do this show and tell tutorial is because I was recording this tutorial for you guys so you guys could see hands on everything that I was doing. I had recorded about like 4 hours and change, close to 5 hours, of tutorial of this beat that I have working on. And the sole purpose and reason for this me doing this beat was just to go in depth and show you guys in details or how explaining how I go about getting the bass line and chopping up samples using loops, um, sound sample, adding samples and so on, and showing you how to create different bass lines and bass patterns, etc. All right, so I was in depth. Was by far the best tutorial I've ever done, the most detailed tutorial. But in the midst of it, when I was at the end of it, and the computer just shut down and just flicked back up with a lot of Chinese script. Something that I'm struggling with for the longest while, you guys know. All right, that I'm struggling with this computer, and it just wouldn't allow me to do extensive work. All right, so I was so upset. Honestly, it discouraged me. I mean, just blank out from doing videos for quite a few days, or I should say probably weeks. Right, so it's very discouraging. So I'm just gonna have to show you guys, just show and tell what I have here, right? And I hope you guys can learn something still. Anyway, I really need a new computer, but you know how things are. So I added this donation link in the description bar, so you guys could really pitch in if you want to help me buy a new computer. So I would really appreciate that. So you can check on the videos and you'll see that that link, that you can make a donation. It doesn't matter how much, right? All right. We always say back home in one cocoa full basket. So it doesn't matter how much, just pitch in if you can. I would really appreciate that, so I can have a new machine so I can do work without interruption. 5 hours I've invested in that tutorial, but it went down the drain. I was so furious, man. I was very upset. But anyway, life goes on. All right, I'm gonna try my best to do what I can do. I have plenty tutorials coming out that has been edited and even I've uploaded them to YouTube already, so they are releasing and time lapse. So you guys will see new videos coming, a lot of videos, guys, coming that are already done, edited. It's already on YouTube, but the release dates are pending. All right, so if you haven't subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you are notified promptly when videos or whatever materials are available. All right, so enough respect, let's get right in, and I'm gonna show you what I have and show you how I come about it. All right, so let's just play this beat here. Alright, so let's just move on. There's just one final part over here. We are dropping a steppers vibe, and that basically is alright. Alright, so yeah, that's basically what I have so far. Alright, I overemphasize a lot of stuff. You can hear a lot going on. That was the intent of the video, just to show you guys you know, how I go about doing it. So definitely I'm gonna have to eliminate some things later on. But alright, so first thing I did was create a drum beat. And I use addictive drums. One of my preset that I have. Alright, so I did some velocity work here. And yeah, these are kind of a bit too harsh now. Alright, so yeah, in the video I was showing you guys how to create these hi-hat patterns. Alright, right, so let's go ahead and to do this point here. These are the ghost note and the hi-hat pattern. These are the ghost notes that I created. I see those light highlighted notes there. All right, typically guys would be doing this, and you would have a dry hi-hat. It's not realistic. All right, so what I did was, to make it more realistic, I add some extra notes. Alright, I'm on the 16th here, right? I added some extra notes in here, and those are the ghost notes. Alright, so I was explaining to you guys, you have a drummer, even when a drummer is playing like this, you have the stick sometimes dribbling, and it's become a habit, and sometimes they don't even realize that it's been done. Alright, but it's instead of right, the stick is bouncing on the hi-hat, and it's generated naturally playing the drum. Alright, you would find yourself doing it and you don't even realize. Right, but when you start working the VST and using the software drums, you would just add and it seems, but if you listen carefully and play a bit of drums, you would know exactly what the hi-hat should sound like and what it should be doing. So this is where I add the here. Alright, let's go ahead and mute them. Alright, so I muted the notes. Alright, and that's what it sounds like. No rhythm. So let's just add unmute them and hear what it sounds like. See, we unmuted them now, so alright, so that's what we have there. So that's just simple emphasis that I emphasized on in the during that video that I was doing. All right, and just the intro, I showed you various ways how you could start the intro. I don't have my camera today on my hands, but and that's what we would have. We can start it different ways, whatever you like. You start your intro with, or you can, right, simple beat, just a simple beat. The 1 2 1 2 1 2 on the snare on there. So kick, snare, kick, snare, simple straight up roots vibe style, rockers. All right, and all I did was just add the kick and the snare, and then I started adding the hi-hats and so on. All right, so maybe I could probably demonstrate down here. All right, so I did kick, snare, kick, snare, kick. All right, as you can realize, if you realize I'm going off time because my CPU is giving me some latency. So I quantize as usual. Then I add the hi-hats. All right. Oh, let me show you guys how I added this. I add the hi-hats. I just drag these notes. I actually played the hi-hat, by the way. Let me just play the hi-hat. All right. Now. All right, let's get rid of these two hits here and have a perfect bar. Quantize it. Get rid of that one. So this is what I did. All right, I highlight all the notes and I pull them over to the next bar or next note or place, and then I bring down the velocities on these ghost notes. These are my ghost notes. So I brought them down just as I'm doing now. All right, and this is what you have. A nice realistic hi-hat pattern. All right, and that's basically my drum, my hi-hat pattern and drum beat. All right, so then I created the intro. Kick, snare, that's simple. And then we're gone into our beat, all right? I had a stick count. Alright, so that's how I created my drum beat. Alright, so that's that for my drums. Alright, so then I move on. Anyway, this is a snare sample that I add to layer my snare to give it a bit more oomph. Alright, so that's just a battery thing. I just drop a snare in it, and then I just drag my drum track down on battery. It deleted all of the other notes and leaving my snare alone, and that's how I ended up with just the snare notes here. All right, just a workflow, simple way to get things done quickly. All right, so then I started adding some ambient because I decided that I wanted some ambient um, percussion in the track. So I started pulling some samples, and this is the first one I have here. Um, it's a wood block vibe, an echo vibe, as you can hear, right? So all right, so these are samples that you generate over time. All right, so um, that's what I basically did, and that's another one. Let's take it off. All right, so I have quite a few of them here. All right, effects and so forth. All right, that's the one that you just heard in the session. So this is one, and I believe this is the other one. Right, just to give you that nice vibe. Nice vibe in the and some nice deep ambient. Right, then I add some symptoms. Alright, and once you have your sample, I was showing you guys, you can create your own pattern once you have the sample. Alright, once you have the sample, you can create your own stuff. You can duplicate and tum. Alright, let's just do that quickly to show you that you can how you can manipulate and use your samples. I always tell you guys, samples are not magic. Alright. Alright, let's put this here. Alright, and let's just drag this here. Alright. Alright, so we can have that kind of pattern in the for the whatever you want. Alright. And you can put it at the next bar here like me. I love to consolidate. I love to see things clearly. And then you can add it, duplicate it so you have it. And you would have a, you know. Alright. So I think we are off there. That's what I intend. I think we are off by just a grid. That's it now. Alright, so it's another second grid. I could consolidate here and just put it over there. Alright, so clearly we have something there. Let's see what we have here. Alright, so what we had here was the chorus. These what we have here was the chorus. So right now we even end up with something different. Alright, so we can, this is a keeper right here. Alright, so what we can do is half and half. So let's just go pull back this so we have the original. Alright, and now we can use this part. Let's duplicate this part. Alright. Alright, so alright, so that's that. So you can chop up your samples and do whatever you want to do with them. And that's what I was showing you. So I chop up this sample and make it into what I wanted it to be. Alright, so I have just a simple triangle here. And I added a delay on it. And that's what it's doing. Alright, so just add a delay on it just to give it a bit of character. Alright, so that's basically it. Now I have some Congo drums here that I use from my pack. This pack comes with Pro Tool, and I go in the pop rack, and I'm using like 2 different types of Congo drums in this pack here. So let's just go back on Elastic Audio. Oops. Wow. Was touching the wrong thing there. Alright, let's go on Elastic Audio. So the first loop you're hearing is this let's see. Alright. First loop you're hearing is I think this one. Alright, so I just drag it and add it in the part of my intro here. Then I have some bongos here as well in the same pack. This little subtle and nice, and just put it on my verse. Alright, then I go back to my chorus. Which is the one that I started with. Then I go back to my verse. Then I for my dub part here, I added another one to give it a bit of diversity, you know. Alright, I'm not sure where I got this one from. Alright, so I got this one from another pack. I'm assuming, definitely. Right, so I got that one from another pack, which I don't wish to go into right now for time, because I'm not even sure which folder I got that one from. But so I just change the pattern there. Alright, then we go back to the original, and that's basically it for the congos and bongo drums. Alright, so then I started adding I think I added the piano, and this one gonna nice dry clean piano. And that piano is coming from the Modix. This time, as you can hear it, I like to use the pianos in here. Some very nice pianos, just big, dry, and fat, and the attack is just right. Alright? And so that's where I got my stuff from. Right, and I was showing you like to put that little piano riff and the turnarounds, like as you're here now. I also did another one down here. Alright, nice roost vibe. Alright, so I think this is another one as well. Alright, and that's that. Then I went and I spent like probably over an hour or close to an hour, somewhere there, I'm not sure, just playing random bass lines, showing you how to get different bass line. And I'm gonna do a video on this with this same session, by the way, showing you guys how to build your bass line around a progression. Alright, and I also show you in details the chord progression. Let me just turn this guy on here and find a piano here. I'm showing you how to flip the inversions to give it a bit of diversity. Alright, so listen to this piano here and you'll probably hear what I'm talking. Okay, so my bad. It's another track coming up as well. So it wasn't this one, but I was basically showing you guys in that other tutorial. It was I was playing just a plain G minor to a F major. And to get this turnaround, flip it, I will play two at the two bars. Then I change it here. And just play instead of playing the root inversion of the F, I will play the first inversion just to give it a different swing on it, right? And so on. Alright, so but the other tutorial is more in depth, and it's a maybe a 4-bar progression or so. So you'll see how you can invert the chords and just give it a different flavor instead of playing the one thing consistently. Alright, so yeah, repetitively. So let's go again. I started now. I started to feel a organ hook. Right, so I created an organ intro there with that organ, and this organ is coming. It's coming from this. I think it's a jazz. I mean, I was browsing through and tweaking the sounds. I was even showing you guys how to tweak the sounds on this guy here. These organs are killer, and this is why I love to have my keyboard workstation, because these organs sound much thicker and richer on the keyboard than in the software. Even though the software has something unique to it that I love, but these guys have more ready to go organs. All right, so I like this. And the thing I like with the keyboard as well, I am using an 88 key keyboard, and on the and even on the organ and the 61, some of them don't full out the keyboard slot, right? It stop and you will go down to get a higher range, and it's not there on those. So when I have the 88 key workstation here, I have a wider range, all right, to use in bass or anything. Nothing gets cut off on the keyboard workstation, as in the VST, where you'd have just a certain range. And I think that's done to help the CPU or whatever. But this workstation is just one of the blessing of 2019 for me. All right, so I created that intro. Right, and that's basically come back in the chorus, just freezing away. All right, and I use this organ. All right, just a nice little phrasing there. And that's done with my typical vintage organ bubble 4, that a preset that I created. So nothing special, alright? And just I play those phrases, alright? And then I did some shuffle. And that's all, just regular vintage shuffle. Just freezing with the jazz organ set speed, alright? So that's just that right there. And I added some clavy. Alright, just some simple clavy. I overdid it, alright, because I was just enjoying this keyboard and the sound, so I did a lot more than usual. Alright. And this clav is a new touch clav. You can find it in there. Alright, I used to dig these sounds, alright, and so now I'm back at it. Right, so that's basically it for those. And the guitar I use a typical guitar. Typical guitar that you see me use for years, and those are my guitar samples. Alright, so I added it into battery as usual and just do my thing. Alright, so this guy here now, mute guitar. I did the mute guitar with the same bass line. I just dragged the bass line down and add some note. And I was showing you in depth how to create different, oh my god, different style of mute guitar by just chopping up the notes in the MIDI editor and placing them, playing with the velocity to give you some nice MIDI guitar bubble. Alright, this was some of this I'm just remembering. I use a new guitar that I've never used before in this um new keyboard. Alright, so electric clean, and this one is called French BRED. Alright, I love this guitar. I couldn't resist it. I couldn't resist this guitar. So you can hear. Right, so I jam with this, some of it, and I use my regular mute guitar. This is one I was showing you guys how to get these patterns. Alright, so that's basically my regular mute guitar. And it's just subtle, playing the bass line, overlapping the bass line with just a few extra notes or pattern change a bit. Alright? Alright? All of these in details are just gone on the drain. Alright, so I was showing you how to play with the velocity to get that kind of realistic mute guitar plucking. Alright, so yeah, so that's basically what I was doing. It's hard to even tell you, man, because it just made me angry every time. Alright, and I use some funk guitar vibe here. Just to retain a nice funk vibe, right? And these guitars I'm used from this guy here. That guitar, I think it's called, let me see, I think it's called Touchwa. Yeah. Yeah, it's called Touchwa. In this guy here. Right, so nice sound. I'm just digging up and re-exploring some stuff that I used to do back in the day. Alright, so and that's basically it. Alright, I really can't go into details now as I was making it and showing you guys. Right, but that's basically it for the beat. Right, just jamming, adding sounds and just playing around. And I did some tweaking to the keyboard. I was showing the guys like to turn on the reverb and the delay and add a little more attack. Alright, and I was even doing some organ works with a different bubble organ that I used to use, and I was showing how to tweak it and make it be fitting for the reggae bubble. But lost all of that. I mean, 4 hours I've invested in that video, but it went down the drain. Alright, so yeah, so that's it for the beat, and yeah, I think that's basically it. I'm gonna be doing more of that video because that's what you guys requested, so I'm trying hard. But like I said, the computer is really giving me probably a big fight. All right, it's not the first. I've did a lot of videos and I showed you guys even that blank out and Chinese script that came up. I did a lot of videos and I lost a whole lot of stuff because this computer just shut and quit um, when I'm doing it, and I'm even scared right now. That's why I had to disable all these VST instruments so it could keep up. All right, so I'm very annoyed by it. All right, I lost a lot of videos that I did for you guys, and it's just the same thing. All right, so if you guys can help me get a new machine, all right, the link is down below. Please feel free to um, contribute towards a new computer. I would really appreciate that. All right, so hit the subscribe button if you haven't. All right, and that's basically it for today. Bless up and one love.